I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you.
Hello, my fellow TBCians around the globe. It's good to see all of you today. The time now it's 10:45 p.m. South African time, or we can say it's 22:45 p.m. South African time. Good morning, good evening, good day, good night. I'm still up, and here we are again. Hopefully today my signal is perfect. There, I'm not jerky, I'm not blaring, but all is good. I really wanted to share much with you yesterday, but I noticed that my playback was not good enough. But like I promised you that I'll work on the problem. We are still working on it, but I know that it's much better now. I'm flowing. You can hear every word that I'm sharing with you. And thanks for our current viewer. Also looking forward to see your comments on the chat and on our description section. There are contacts there and the website. You can go through it, especially those who are interested in joining us on the cash flow coaching training. Today we had our 9th cash flow training. Today it was offline, of course, in Soweto, South Africa. And tomorrow we will be having TBC presentation, also offline in Soweto, South Africa. After that, we'll be having further arrangements for cash flow coach training in that particular town tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And thanks for all those who have supported us to this day since the day we commenced these cash flow trainings. Of course, very soon we will be online with quite a number of interested TBCians, especially those who cannot be present during the day when we conduct these sessions or cash flow trainings. Okay, but it is working fine. What I'm happy about is that people are beginning to understand why we're here and what is our mission and what's next. And it is not all about myself or Randy or other individuals, but it's all about us all, especially builders and broadcasters, with, of course, members that are fully supporting our mission, of course, applying the system of the billion coin. So, I know because of this technical breakdown of the signal story, it was not easy for me to interact with you for the past I think 2 days, yeah. But now I'm back, but my time is still flexible. Okay, I don't have a specific time, but whenever I get a moment, then I'll get into it. So tomorrow we will also have something, a live stream, because the area where we will be, the signal is quite stronger than where I was today. We did try today after the cash flow training, but we didn't get it right. It was struggling. Yeah. So thanks again for being here, and all those who showed up last night on my live stream broadcast. And I did pick up that there were some people there, and the likes also. Thanks again for the thumbs up. But now, the title of yesterday, in comparison with this one, global financial collapse is near. It's similar to what I was sharing with you yesterday, but I know somewhere I was cutting out my live stream was not, it was blurry. Okay, but I'll actually repeat some of the things that I've shared with you yesterday. Okay, here, or with addition of others that I've picked up today, just to add and strengthen our title. Okay, now when you look around the world financial economy or crisis, the system that is about to collapse, many people are aware of that. And now the question is, are my fellows ready for that? That's another question. So if you are not ready, what are you waiting for? But if you are ready, what's next? Because it is going to happen, and no one will prevent it. And when it collapses, many people are going to lose out big time. They're going to get banned, you know. And what is the solution? These are the questions, especially those who are more interested on the current financial system. Okay, because when the first token or coin was introduced under the name of BTC, many people did not take it into consideration. Okay, but today we can see the difference that BTC has made. Of course, it has created millionaires and billionaires in dollars around the globe, not just in South Africa or Korea, you know, things like that, but everywhere around the globe, and everyone is aware of that. There was another, during my research in a couple of days, there was another program I went through. This young boy, he's actually a lecturer in one of the universities in the United States. He has started his session about the Bitcoin, meaning from the institution where he's lecturing. And some of those students were interviewed just to get the outcome on how do they understand the whole concept of BTC. It wasn't all about that, but during the interview, their report went beyond what we expected, meaning they even explained how did Bitcoin manage to help them on some of the financial crises that some of them were going through, and they foresaw the future on BTC, you know. So that was a very interesting part. So, and how many young ones who are currently interested in it? Okay, only few, we know that, but it requires the education, of course. So I think that group of students in one of that university in the United States, they are ready. I don't know what about you and me and others within the community of TBC, globally, of course, not just here. Okay, so one has to prepare him or herself for something. You don't have to be caught unprepared or by a surprise, the element of surprise is not a good thing, you know what I mean? So now some will ask, of course, how to prepare. What is that I have to do? Okay. Sorry for that. One will ask, or some will ask, how do I prepare myself? Of course, we picked up that within the community of TBC, we still have to help and teach others about cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency exactly? Because they don't understand Bitcoin. Not all of them, but I've said some, but there are many, of course, within this community. And once they understand how cryptocurrency works, the difference between BTC and the blockchain, because some they say BTC and blockchain it's one thing. No, it's not. They work differently, but of course they work together at the end of the day. They work together at the end of the day, but not the same way. Another one, interact between the client or the customer and the what do you call this? Meaning between two people, the blockchain is the middleman to help assist on those transactions that are in and out at that moment. Okay, that's how I understand it. You can also interpret it differently, but at the end of the day, it must give us the same answer, okay, or same meaning. Okay, so we have to clear that one. Blockchain is blockchain, and then BTC is BTC. BTC is a token. Okay, now the people must understand that. Now let's come to TBC. TBC, it's first abundance coin, but as for Bitcoin, is the first cryptocurrency. But of course, it has pioneered a good path for all other cryptocurrencies in the market. Though we in TBC, we are all, or us, private community of TBC, are not a part of those markets. I hope we're clear on that. And we won't be a part of those markets. There is a reason already. When you go to public, there's a document that was attached. When you go to TBC 009, the wallet, it will show you that public announcement. It's about 7 pages. Go through it, you'll understand. And some of the articles, of course, in the blog, they explain the difference between us and all those who are in a coin market base. Okay, we won't be, because as the title is saying here, that global financial collapse is near. So why should we collapse with the current system? We were never part of it, and they were never a part of us, and they did not serve us. Instead, every currency of the world under fiat currency was serving the flag of that particular country, but not the people of that particular country. That's another thing that you have to understand. Okay. So now, I'm not going to mention anything about cashing out, because that's not us. It is not our theme. Our theme is cash flow. That is why currently we are conducting these cash flow coaching trainings, some online, as you can see, Randy, Danluz, and others, and then sometimes myself offline, because the approach differs from country to country. So in South Africa, there is still those communities who requires one-on-one, especially in South Africa, it's very interesting, my fellows. The pensioners or elderly old people or elderly people, they're the ones who are actually flexible, and we have a bigger number of those in the network, in the network marketing. Okay, so you'll be surprised as soon as Randy and Steven land here, they will notice that, because during our sessions, you will see more of grown-ups, elderly people, pensioners, but they are trying, and some they are trying for their loved ones, their children, their grandchildren, but they are hands-on, believe you me. So we have these people in our live cash flow coaching sessions, offline, also online. Okay, yeah. Now, are we ready for upcoming collapse? It's up to an individual. I'm not going to face anyone, but it is coming and it is going to happen. So, and no one's going to stop it anyway. Now, I would like us to give it a thought and prepare ourselves for it, because it's not going to be a good thing at all. It's going to be worse than Venezuela. So many won't be in a position to access anything because it will be happening. Don't think it's not going to happen. Actually, it has already knocked on our doors. It's only a few steps inside of our doors. So, but there is still a solution. How can it be avoided? And that solution was there for the past 8.5 years, 9 years to 9 years. And it has proven to be a very good solution. Because I, for one, and others cannot go back to the same system and ask for the solution about what is about to take place, the collapse in brackets. Okay, I can't go back to the same people, because when they implemented the whole thing, they were not concerned or interested to share with me, probably with others as well. So why should I go back to them and ask for a solution? So that's another way on how we should look at it. Okay. Now, that solution that I have already mentioned, it has created what? Millionaires and billionaires in dollars around the globe. So it's going to hit hard to those who are not ready. So we will love them to wake up and stand up while there's still sunshine, you see? And then from there, we know that when it happens already, many people are now in a position where they can not counter against, but they can continue with their daily lives, of which it can be so, provided they do something about this collapse. You know what I mean? Yeah. So one can ask that, what are those solutions? Where should we focus on, or what? Okay. So we should look at it in this way. Okay. That solution that I've just mentioned, I said it has created two groups of wealth to some people, okay, for the past 8 to 9 years, you know. And that has happened during this financial crisis around the globe. So if it did happen, some managed to break away from that trap of this poverty or financial arrangement, meaning this financial system of the elites. Okay, the current system battled to have control in the whole arrangement. We are still talking about one solution in brackets, we can say BTC. Yes, of course, it has made a difference, though it's so volatile, but it has made a difference. It has taught many of us that we can get out of the trap. I don't know, what do you think? Now, after this, Mother Coin has pioneered that path, and then there came others, since we are just another coin, TBC. And then when you listen to the language of the billion coin and compare with what is taking place currently around the globe, some of the things the billion coin has actually mentioned them a while ago, before we even knew that some of the things will take place. But when you go to the blog and recall, you will pick up some things. Check the different dates, the times, when was the articles, videos, posters attached to the blog. And now those things, some of those things are happening currently. Now, you will now begin to understand the kind of admin that we are working with within the Billion Coin community. Not forgetting that we are a private community or private entity, okay? So, it is now entirely up to us to make a move to prepare ourselves accordingly. And at the same time, the admin has actually encouraged everyone to be a part of this distribution phase of the coins. Now, why are they encouraging everyone to distribute these coins globally to everyone? If TBC was a scam, or if TBC did not have the plan, can you really encourage people to opt for something that that is valueless and something that will never help people in the near future? Can you really do that? The thing is that people, you know, they are so desperate, and at the same time, what they are going through was never a part of the plan of the billion coin. Because the billion coin, when it was introduced, many people were already in financial constraints. Some were already out of budget. Some were already scammed. So the TBC is not going to die for that. You know what I mean? So there is a solution. If you sit down, give yourself time, go through these materials in the education blog or the literature, then you'll begin to understand differently, and you'll begin to see certain things beforehand. But if you don't believe in the whole system now, then there's going to be a problem, because there will still be other systems where you will not believe But at the end of the day, what's going to happen? With those ones, they won't even inform you when they collapse. It will be a surprise. You get a surprise postcard, or when you open the next morning or in the next hour, they'll tell you that it's gone. But what about the system that is sustained over 2 years? In a couple of months, it will be celebrating the 3rd year. It's still there and it's still encouraging the global masses or communities to be a part of this and to come and share these coins, of course, through a distribution that is currently taking place. As you know, that we have 3 programs. Stephen Coffey mentioned, we have shared that as well, and others have also shared what programs are those. But if you're not going to be a part of something and expect something in return, there's no magic. Because when the early stakeholders cash flow, they did cash flow. They really went all out and promoted TBC, said good things about TBC. They also foresaw the future in the billion coin. But along the way, things changed. They were already discounters, scammers, and etc. But the admin did not take a back seat and say, no, I'll leave these and they must see to finish. No. But they stood up and centralized the whole arrangement for the benefit of all, not individuals. Remember our current number, we are over 3.3 M around the globe, of course. Now, cryptocurrency is the solution after the collapse. Some are still asking, who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Who is Chris Kringle? But those questions, for now, they're irrelevant. We don't need to ask that because we have other programs where creators were unknown and people managed to break even. Though those programs were not on a mission to eradicate poverty. You see, that's where the difference is. And then after these creators have showed up, then what? What are you going to benefit? At all? Is that all? No. Wherever they are, both Chris Kringle and Satoshi Nakamoto, I'm saying to them, remain what you are, remain unknown, because that will benefit everyone around the globe at the end of the day. But the unknown ones, they benefit no one at the end of the day. Instead, by then showing up, that will be the multiplication of poverty, ongoing, and it won't end. Is that what you want, my fellows? So now, let us prepare ourselves. Here is this arrangement. Let us distribute TBC coins the best we can. Let us engage ourselves into these programs because they are here for us. I'm not waiting for admin to come and cash out for me. No, I'll do it myself. I don't know about you. As I'm currently doing it anyway. we need to inject more effort, more energy in this community so that at the end of the day, everyone should have coins, not fractions of TBC coin, right? Then when that time comes very soon, you know that you are ready. The billion coin arrangement is talking to us, every individual, every day, if you follow the guidelines and with an understanding, of course, but without that, wow, that's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? So it is not a problem to understand the system or to work with the system or to take it to the people. Let's come to that one now, because I'm also concerned about that. We had an exercise today during our cash flow training. We just wanted to see how people do outside the billion coin, especially when they are offline. Okay, we have to know these things. Then we requested everyone to go through their KCBO, especially on the section of referrals, you know, but they've changed the name now. They use a certain name, but it serves the same purpose. Okay, it was a problem because we encouraged people to invite other people, but sometimes even if you go to send buttons meeting, other send buttons meetings or live stream broadcasts, you see the same faces again. You don't see new people. You know that thing. It also applied in other activities of TBC. So we wanted to see. So it was a problem. It was like an attack, but it was obvious when you look at their receptions that their minds were not on inviting others. It was all about themselves. So we made an agreement that next week on our 10th cash flow training, everyone should bring 5. I wanted to say 1, but I said, no, let me say 5. I know if they didn't reach 5, some will bring 1, another one 2 or 3, or some 4, some will bring 5, of course. So you give them courage that you can do this. And by doing that, it's helping them to inject more coins in their back office of the wallet 009. Because when they redeem, of course, they will have coins. But they didn't see it that way, you know. It was like, they were actually far. Okay, remember that some of them were orphans. They just joined us, so we had to take them through. Some that didn't understand how to log into their emails, KCBO, and, you know, etc. But we are very patient with them. Some of them you will see their interview tomorrow, of course. Yeah. So we need to share this gift because the way our pace is moving, you can tell that some of us are not doing the work properly. Why is the face moving very slow? Okay. Back to the top chat. Hi, Jules Kameni. Good to see you, my brother. It's been a while, but you can see now my network is getting back. I'm gonna be cool, man. Yeah. I had this breakdown of the network and I have to change the location and things like that, check the system, but it's getting there. I'm no longer chopping, you know. So now let us prepare ourselves, okay, so that tomorrow when this collapse takes place, we know exactly that we will be ready. Maybe by then, many, even the merchants, of course, around the globe, there are merchants who are interested in, uh, they're interested to come on board in this community because they foresaw something. Now, by doing that, we will be ready for what the admin has advised us and promised us. You know what did they promise us? To cash flow big time. Cash flow, not cashing out. Cash flow big time. Cash flowing big time. Because the more merchants we have, the more community members we have, the more cash flow. I don't know, how do you see it? No one should come and do it for us, but we have to do it ourselves. And how? Join the cash flow coaching training. Of course, it's not for free. Because as soon as that takes place, the cash flowing, as soon as the cash flowing multiplies, even everyone, yourselves and others, will be benefiting continuously and big time. That's how I can put it in a simple language. Okay. So now, I think I'm going to have to end here for now. There is more because this subject of collapse and are you ready? We will still have another one again. Then I will just rephrase from the previous one just to bring everyone back. But there is more in the whole arrangement. And please, if you didn't get it clear, replay it. It's a very good topic that we had today. And of course, with the all the viewers who are watching currently and all the comments from our brother Jules Kameni. And thanks again. So now, as for now, I would say goodbye, good night, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening from the Republic of South Africa. And the time now it's 11:23 p.m. or 23:23 p.m. South African time. And I'm looking forward to share with you again tomorrow, though tomorrow it looks like will be many. Some of the cash flow students, they're interested now to start broadcasting. They've prepared themselves, they've done the arrangements, you know, on the YouTube, the settings, they're ready. I just encourage them to have a strong access and signal. And of course, they'll be sharing different topics, but in relation with the billion coin. Okay. And thanks again, my fellows around the globe. I love you all, guys. Let's hit it. The billion coin admin has created this world for us, so it is entirely up to us to protect it. And thank you again. Bye for now.